I just quickly want to demonstrate an important concept in Python, which is called the kwargs. Kwargs, that is what we want to demonstrate is kwargs. How do we use the kwargs in Python? So I provided here a simple function. What it does is it takes in a response and it checks the length, and it returns the length of that response. So here I'm calling the function, I'm putting in the parameters, and I'm printing out the output. So as you can see here, it gives the output the response length, which is your changes are logged. That is the length of 24. Now, so how do we modify this function such that we'll be able to use the kwargs? So in scenarios where you want to, for instance, log the execution of these functions in your backend or your database, you may want to include the kwargs. So you include the kwargs here in your function parameters. And how do you use that kwargs? So to use the kwargs, you can use the kwargs to modify the behavior of your function. So what do you do? For instance, you can say if in the kwargs stands for keyword argument, if kwargs, and you try to get a particular key, let's say verbose. All right, so if they supply verbose in calling the function, you want to do something, you want to like say, okay, let's mimic this, can be log dot something, but let's do a simple one and just say print. Okay, so and you want to save this into your database. So let's say that what is you just want a running function call to response length, just to track that that particular function has been called. So you will see here that when I call the function again, so let's cut this, and I call this function again. Now we can comment out this one. We just delete this one. So if I call this function again, call the response length, even though I've modified it, I can still use the function as it is. It doesn't change the behavior. If you run this, it runs as usual. Inconsistent. Okay, we have some tabular error there. Let's see what's that. Okay, we have used tab in some cases. We need to correct this quickly. Okay. Alright. I think that's where the issue is. Yeah. It's better to use ID. This. Okay. I need to correct this one too. This. Okay. I think that should be it. Okay. So that should work. So if you call the function as it was, the only thing I added is this, and I also added this this log here. It still works as it was. I didn't change the function call, but then here I can now provide additional argument, which is called a keyword. So this is a keyword. So I can say, for instance, and I can say here, I can say print equals true. I can provide something like that there in my function call. Right, so what it's going to check is it's going to check when this function is called, it's going to check, do I have any way I'm handling this particular keyword argument print. As you can see here, I don't have print here, so this is going to be ignored. It doesn't happen, it's going to be ignored. because I don't have print in my logic. So it's going to ignore that and it's not going to cause an error. But let's say for instance, and I put in here verbose. So if I put verbose here, what do we see now? So when I put in verbose, you're going to see here that this is running now. Okay, running function called to response length. All right, so by including this keyword argument here, it makes it easy to quickly add as many parameters as I want to. I can continue to add as many parameters. I can say log is true. I can continue to add as many parameters. I can say callback. I can say is false, is true. I can continue to add as many here, and if this doesn't break the changes, and if I want to do apply this logic here, I can modify the body of this function to undo those additional logic if I want that. So just a simple function to be aware. And let's say I turn verbose now. I don't want it to be logged. I can say verbose, I want it to be false. What it does is skips this and it doesn't print this out. All right, thanks. I hope that helps someone there. Thank you.